Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to take whatever blouse you're using and just fold it in half, and just get your shoulder measurement like that, or you can just measure it yourself and then divide it in half, and don't forget to add seam allowance. So I just took my measurement and I marked it on my fabric. So this is my marking for that, and this is my marking for the length. I'm just going to move this one down right here. And this is for my length. Because I'm using the sari material, it's it's silk, so it's going to be slippery. And this is going to be my middle. I'm joining these two pieces together to make my center. So the next step after that is to place your shirt onto the fabric like that, and just line it up with your shoulder measurement. Okay, once you have done that, this would probably be the hardest part, but just fold back your armhole and trace it onto your fabric like that. So now I'm going to start tracing it. Okay, now that you've done that, you, again, remember I told you to take your own measurements, and at this point, so now you have your shoulder. A little tip here is try to bring it up maybe half an inch. So mine's a bit over half an inch, so I'm just going to make sure when I cut it, I don't cut it that high, just so it's slanted and it fits your shoulder properly. And over here, extend your armhole a bit, because you got to remember to add seam allowance. And then take your bust measurement that you've divided in 4, and don't forget to add your ease, the ease that you're comfortable with, and draw a line. And now you should measure from your shoulder down to where your hip is, and unless you just want to go from here all the way down out and just make it wide, and you can like cinch the waist in with the belt. So now I'm going to find my waist. Well, this is not my waist, but this is more my hip. And I'm going to mark it right here. And I'm just going to join this to that once I figure out that measurement. Okay. My line is a little bit crooked, but I'm going to fix it. And from here on out, I'm just going to extend it out. Now, once you've done that, just to make sure that the measurements are correct, if you're doing this directly onto your fabric, I would re-measure everything and then take the measurements on your body just to make sure everything's correct. Once you have figured all that out, then you cut this is my front bodice. So cut the front bodice out, and after you've done that, you place the front and you place it on like another piece of fabric. So once I cut this out, I'm going to take this and place it up here, which is going to be my back, and just cut the exact same shape out. So now we're going to do the sleeve. Just take your fabric, and so this is one piece underneath here, and this is the other piece on top. So this will be one piece, and this will be the second piece. So I'm just going to take the two together and fold it in half like that. So now this part here is going to be this part here on your arms. And when I place this, I'm going to move it up a bit, so 1/2 inch for seam allowance. So hold it with one hand and bring this back. It's hard to see on black. There it is. Now just make sure that everything is still equal. Really? So once you have done that, you're going to mark the top. As you're marking, don't forget to add seam allowance. So mark the top. Okay, and this is like the underarm part, and I'm going to make mine loose. So I'm going to mark it there, and I'm going to mark how wide I want the arm. So I'm going to cut it at 6 here. Okay, now I'm going to move this and trace this line to that line, and just to make sure.
Mommy?
So this is the shoulder.
Mommy?
Yes, baby.
I'm just done.
Really? And this is the underarm. And how this is going to be sewn is this is going to be sewn in like that. And that's perfect. So I don't have to make any adjustments. But if yours is, depending if it's shorter or longer, you just adjust it because you don't want too much room. Again, this is my front. So I cut the neck out. I make mine really small.
Yeah, Mommy.
So this is going to be like that. So I made mine really small, so I cut it. Just make sure you cut yours out however you like it. And then you're welcome. And then you do the same thing for the back. And you just make the back like a little bit smaller. And this will be, turn on baby. This will be like this on the back. I just wanted to point out one thing. I actually made a little mistake. This part here is the fold, which is supposed to be here. So in case some of you might have noticed that I was about to make a huge mistake, because then I would have had to sew these two pieces together to make the top here. So this here is actually going to be the underarm, and I'm just going to flip this and like take this all off the markings and make it go the other way. So we have the exact same thing, except this will be the top and I don't have no seam on top. Alright, there you go.